Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hockey Classics. It's action from the 2007 BDO Champions Cahlleng in Belgium. Argentina take on New Zealand with a lot at stake. The pressure is on the South Americans in their last pool match. They need at least a draw to cement their second place in the table and qualify for the finals ahead of India. The Black Sticks are already through to the final, but they will be looking for some good practice before the summit showdown. Ryan Archibald will not take the field for the Kiwis due to an injury. Argentina has left defender Matthias Rey in the stands and brought Juan Vivaldi back in the team. So it's action time from the BDO Champions Cahlleng encounter.
New Zealand against Argentina. A place in the final at stake for Argentina. New Zealand just wanting to keep their game together so they can take that sort of form into tomorrow's final. Zilberberg pursued there by Kassouf. Well, what sort of game can we play? It's always a difficult one for the coach of a side that's already qualified for the final. It's very hard for his team not to switch off a little bit and lose a little bit of the edge. Now Burrows, snapshot comes in, found the foot, and we've got the first penalty corner, and it's gone to New Zealand. Rather casual defending there by Argentina. Quick shot by Burrows, he was off balance, that didn't worry him at all. Fired it in, and it was a clever deflection. So anxious moments for Argentina. Great shot and a fine save there. That was going into the top. Vivaldi seemed to see that one all the way and just plucked it out. That'll do the goalkeeper's confidence no harm at all. Good save. Stevenson picks it up, top of the circle, works his way in. Good work, good shots, and a good save also there by Vivaldi, reacting quickly with that right foot. So it's the Argentine goalkeeper who's been the busier in these opening exchanges. Argentina perhaps setting their stall out to play the long game here. Zilberberg in the centre, crouched down over his stick, the birthday boy. And now a double centurion. That's a lot of pitch time for Argentina and a lot of legwork over the years. He's one of the great characters of our sport. Seems to be lifted. It's a free hit to Argentina. They're taking it very quickly indeed. Hayward knocks it out of the circle again. And the penalty corner has gone to Argentina. Well, that's the danger, I think, for New Zealand. Their quality will just go down a notch or two. And they had plenty of opportunity to clear the ball there. They didn't do it. And that's why Argentina now will have their first corner. Well, we talked about the danger of Hayden Shaw. Let's not forget the danger of Hoggy Lombi as well. Lombi takes it on, and Pontifex blocks it. Now a chance here. Ball pulled back, there's a shot, and it was a spectacular effort, but well over the top from Rodrigo Villa there. When we saw him winding up on the backhand, it was looking for the bulge in the net. That was the save from Pontifex. Went a long way off his left hand there. Good solid block by the goalkeeper. So both goalkeepers justifying their coach's confidence as Burrows goes on a run now for New Zealand. Up against Gillard, he's got the legs of him. He shoots, and not far away there. But the umpire has given New Zealand a corner. Burrows' shot was always going wide. Bevan Harry was very close to getting a deflection on it. But the umpire has given the corner. Pushing the back of Burrows as he went for the shot. Out comes the ball. Short shot, and it's a good one. This time Vivaldi is beaten. And straight into the back of the net there. Took a deflection along the way. Let's watch it again. A very, very clever bit of play there by Burrows. The goalkeeper read the initial shot. You saw him going down, and Burrows was in there, and it was only a little touch on the ball. That's all it took, and the ball flew then into the centre of the goal, and New Zealand ahead. So a captain's contribution there by Philip Burrows. Now a chance at the other end for Argentina. Strike straight back, and they do it in spectacular fashion. New Zealand were completely asleep there and caught cold. And a really great goal there from Lucas Villa. What a terrific response. Well, it wasn't the most promising of angles, but Lucas Villa spotted it, but it was a careless bit of play by New Zealand, giving the ball away cheaply. Villa backed his skills, and that's why, flashing it there. Pontifex given no chance at all. Just see how wide he took it. There's the shot over the shoulder of Pontifex and into the far corner. No chance there for the keeper at all. So one apiece. 2 goals in a minute. Nice pick out this time by Hayward, but he can't find Child with his pass. Argento, back it goes. Gilardi under no pressure. Bradley Shaw in control. New Zealand got plenty of black shirts back, but Argentina in control of the ball. Crowded circle, can they produce something here? Yes, they can. They've produced a goal, forced over the line there at very close range. I think Goretta got the final touch somewhere in there. We'll need the replay to sort that one out, but I'm fairly sure it's one Goretta. And again, New Zealand with some sloppy defending, which we've not seen from them really in the tournament at all, allowing Argentina now to take the lead. Close range effort. Long corner given. We're into the last 2 minutes of this first half. Argentina still pressing that New Zealand circle. And again, and a penalty corner. Hopping's tackle has produced another corner for Argentina and a gilt-edged opportunity for them here to open up a 2-goal cushion. I think it was Hayward's intervention the umpire didn't like. Hopping just inquiring what the problem was there. It wasn't clear from our replay. So New Zealand, a big moment in this defence. They've really got to keep this one out. Now, there's no Lombi on the pitch. So Argentina will have a different routine. Ibarro's up there, Gilardi's up there. It's Gilardi who takes it on and shoots, and taken off the line very well indeed there by Cousins. Watched it all the way. Well, 30 seconds to go. Argentina will be very happy to keep the ball deep in New Zealand territory here. Drilled in, looking for a deflection off a foot. Nothing doing there, and out of play on this near side. But still very, very deep in the New Zealand half. No time for New Zealand to create anything from here. Hayden Shaw looks to loft the ball over the top, but the half-time hooter will sound, bringing to end a fascinating first half. New Zealand first into their game, took an early lead, but Argentina worked very hard at their task and deserving of that 2-1 half-time lead. So half-time here in Bohm, it's New Zealand 1, Argentina 2. Gilardi throws it over the top. Haywood takes it down skillfully, comes forward, picks out Collier on this near side. Collier working the ball very close to the touchline, did well. Linking with Burrows, this is Burrows. Penalty corner. Now that was a good incisive attack by New Zealand down this left-hand side. Haywood and Collier taking it on, and Burrows winning the penalty corner. Hopping sets himself. Here it goes. Shaw takes it on, and that hits the runner. That will have hurt, and he's gone down and he's stayed down. So Lucas Argento rolling there on the turf. Well, it's hit him somewhere on the leg. It will have hurt a lot. Shaw takes it on and shoots. Oh, that's a beauty. Just underneath the crossbar. No one could get anywhere near him there. And New Zealand are back on level terms. Hayden Shaw with one of the best. Terrific effort. Well inside the circle by the time it flew from his stick. And fly it most certainly did. No need for a deflection on the way this time. That's a really good penalty corner goal. Hayden Shaw ties it up at 2 goals apiece then. Now the last time New Zealand scored, Argentina came straight back within 30 seconds and equalised. Well, now the scores are equal. Can Argentina respond in similar fashion? New Zealand will just need to control the ball here and take stock. Hopping. Silberberg intercepts, feeds it to Villa. Villa goes down and wins the free hit as well. Just to put this scoreline in context, a draw is enough for Argentina today. Not content with a draw, they're still looking for the win. And they've got a corner here, and that might have been a bit high actually. But the umpire has signalled the penalty corner. Burrows is in the ear of the Chinese umpire further down the pitch, asking him to intervene here. Let's watch what happened again. No problems there. This is where the corner was won. Ball was being pulled back and it seemed to be about 18 inches off the deck, I thought, when it hit the foot, but it was a raised foot. Hayden Shaw still chuntering away at umpire Kim. I was just explaining about the point situation. A draw enough for both camps. Well, solid enough tackle there, but again the whistle's gone and it's given Argentina another penalty corner. Now, I don't know what the defender could have done there. There was a clash of bodies, but I don't think that the defender was necessarily to blame for it. Argentina in the wars a little bit at the moment. Hopping again penalised. Not much of Blair Hopping, but he does put himself about a bit. No half measures in the position that Blair Hopping plays. Hayden Shaw the last to take a post position in that New Zealand net. So 2 corners in quick succession for Argentina, having just been pegged back to level terms. Good block by Haywood. This time the whistle goes for New Zealand. They can break here. This is Henwood. Drills it forward, and it's a poor one. Child was in acres of space in the midfield. Burrows angry about the quality of the pass, or the lack of quality in the pass, really, as Almada takes it on now for Argentina. Now Ibarra. Rodrigo Villa going on a run. Nicely picked there by Hayward. All the way back for Hopping. Hayden Shaw. Good ball. Child can only just get a stick on the ball, couldn't control it. Now here's Child, under pressure, still gets the ball onto an Argentine foot there. It's a foot of Villa. Now Henwood, better pass this time. This is Burrows, going solo. Burrows into the circle. Can he shoot here? He can, but only finds the outside of the frame of the Argentine goal. Good determined play there by Burrows. He was surrounded by blue and white shirts, but still had the confidence to go on. Couldn't quite find the right angle for the shot. Everything else was rather good. Zilberberg. Bowled over. Empire trying to calm things down there. It was Nicholas Haig who clashed with Zilberberg. It's all getting a little bit feisty out there. Burrows in the face of Zilberberg, and Gilardi wants something of it as well. Well, this is rather unseemly and all a little bit unnecessary here. Well, the umpires just need to get a grip here. Zilberberg is going to get a card on his birthday, and it's a yellow card. Zilberberg adjudged to have been the guilty party there, and he'll be taking a place on the naughty boys chair for a little while. No way to behave on your 30th birthday. Argentina's free hit out on that left-hand side in the midfield. In fairness, you have to say Argentina not throwing many players forward. I think they're very, very conscious about the scoreline here and don't want to leave too many gaps at the back for New Zealand to exploit. But for the moment, New Zealand under pressure. Ball played in, the call of let it go, but the keeper there guarding his near post was taking no chances. And the ball cannoning off a goal post. Phil Burrows taking a bit of a breather. Covers a lot of ground in the course of a game. Big-hearted player. There's a lot of unselfish running. Pedro Ibarra running the ball out of play. Sergio Vigil almost getting himself in part of the action. Cousins winds it up, plays it across for Hayden Shaw. Hopping. Cousins waiting on this near touchline. Giving Hopping the outlet ball, but he prefers to use the right-hand side, and Hayden Shaw. Was it a push there? The umpire didn't think so. Villa. Zilberberg into the circle and up off the foot, and it's a penalty corner. Ben Collier there, who we saw pushed to the turf a moment ago, unable to keep his feet out the way of the ball, and it gives Argentina a really good opportunity here with less than 3 minutes remaining. And they've got a penalty corner. I've not seen much of Lombi in this game. He's had very little by way of pitch time. Perhaps those old legs are being protected for tomorrow. It means that Argentina's second string corner routine will be employed here. Gilardi looks the most likely. Oh, it's finished in the back of the net, and surely with that goal, that secures a final place for Argentina. Lucas Veer it was who took it on. It seemed to be easy pickings for the goalkeeper. He got a glove on the ball, and he could only play it down to the turf, and enough pace on the ball there to beat the defender on the line. So Argentina take the lead with less than 2 minutes remaining here. And with that goal, we can now certainly say that this game today will be replayed tomorrow, but with the Champions Challenge title at stake. Well, that rather rash kick there by Vivaldi ended up in the back of his net, but because Burrows had crossed the ball or shot, whichever way you like to look at it, from outside the circle, it's just a long corner. Burrows. And he's won a corner. So this one's not over yet, but in terms of the outcome, Argentina have done their work today. Even if this one goes in, there won't be time for another New Zealand goal. Good work by Burrows. And with that penetrative run into the Argentine circle, he's given his team a chance here to hang on to their unbeaten record. 3-2 Argentina lead, 40 seconds left on the clock as umpire Chen stops the watch here. And this will be pretty much the last chance for New Zealand to draw level here. If Argentina do win this one, it will mean that they will top the pool, of course. Hayden Shaw